honest to God, I can't wait until tomorrow to do this video. So here we are. We're here with the importance of Vayne. He's important. Video's over. Go get him. Go right now. Go grab this man. Pity pull this man if you have to. Go get him. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, yeah. he's just that good. All right, let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. So, Vayne, what Vayne brings to the table for the Cosmos era is damage. He's literally just a damage dealing unit with some pretty crazy auras mixed in with his frame buffs. I don't remember the numbers specifically off the top of my head, but I know it's like a 60% max brave boost to the party while this 10 turn frame buff is active, and it restacks to 10 every single time you use Force of Will, and you're going to be using that skill a lot. And I mean a lot, because it's a great move. So yeah, I mean, it does have an attack boost to the party. The one great thing about his other frame buff that he gets from using just about any of his skills, even his brave attack and his HP attack when they turn into rush and pummel, will give you, I forget the name of the buff. Let's see, is it here? It's called Conqueror's Power. Yes, Conqueror's Power. So with that buff active, depending on how many stacks of the buff you have left, it will reduce the amount of damage that the enemy team does. And I keep saying enemy team like this is COD or something. Enemy party does by lowering the attack by 5, 10, or 15%, depending on how many stacks that you have. This isn't too useful, because by the time that Vayne's next turn comes around, when you have 3 stacks, lowering it by 15%, Vayne no longer takes any turns. He no longer adds to the turn count, because all of his abilities go plus. They don't get any extra damage, but he no longer takes turns. He no longer adds to the turn count. So you can use 3 abilities right there that aren't adding to your overall turns. So he's pressing for more damage, and pressing for more damage that helps boost your score, because he's technically reducing turns, because you're not using any turns with Vayne. So his Mach Wave gives you 2. Every other skill that he has gives you 1, except for his EX Tree of Saphira, which gives you 3 immediately. So kind of basically what you want to do is you use at least 1 Mach Wave and then any other skill, and then bam, your everything turns to plus and you're punching shit. You just go, you just do stuff. He has great longevity because his rush and pummel, which is his brave and HP attacks, do good damage, especially if you're not just jumping straight into doing stuff like I was and actually farm for artifact passives and summon boards like immediately. I had nothing. If you don't watch my Cosmos video of me clearing it with absolutely no problems at all to show you how good Vayne is, then yeah, I have nothing on him, and you know, he's still just doing work. He's still pressing for damage if you use his HP and his brave attacks very wisely. Even though he's not taking any turns and you're going to be pressing buttons a lot with him, he doesn't use his skills. Not only that, Tree of Saphira refreshes 1 ability, 1 point for both of his abilities. So you're constantly refreshing Mach Wave and Force of Will, so you have extra skills to keep using. And while 9 times out of 10 you're not going to want to use Tree of Saphira when you have the pluses active, because it won't add to the stacks. You want to wait until the stacks are gone, use it so you can get max stats again immediately. 9 times out of 10 you're not going to use that during the pluses, but if it's there if you need it. And if you need it, you know, you're using it and you're going again, not having a turn, and then you can use Mach Wave or Force Will again, like immediately right after. So with all that said, because there's really not much else to Vayne outside of everything that I just mentioned. Like, he has he does shared damage with his EX. That's pretty much it. Like, he's really kind of simple, but not, because if you don't know how to use like his stuff all too well, you're gonna be wasting a little more than you really should, which is kind of why, like I said, you kind of want to do Mach Wave followed by either Force of Will. Well, to get your buffs going, you're going to want to do Mach Wave followed by Force of Will, or Force of Will followed by Mach Wave, however you want to go about it. But it's probably the better just to apply the 2 stacks first. So, you know, while you're waiting for your next turn to come around, you know, they're doing less damage to you. So Mach Wave, Force of Will, and then bam, you're rolling. And then as long as you know where your turn, like where your skills are at, like you can just keep going. And Mach Wave has 9 uses, 9 total uses. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's 8 or 9 total uses. So you can use that move quite a bit, and it's a pretty powerful move. So you don't really have to be, you know, as conservative with them. You can literally just yeet fucking energy waves at these people. Just keep it going, and it counts as a melee somehow. But yeah, he's a simple character because he's literally just damage. Like, that's the point of Vayne. But without proper knowledge, you can burn him out a little too quick. So make sure you know how you're using him. I would say that's really his only downside. His other downside, which, considering the era we're in, where multiple buffs aren't really meta right now anyway, because we don't have a character that fits well enough to perform in Cosmos for this, his only other downside is that you need auras. Like, you need characters with auras to get the most out of him, because he's taking so many turns, his buffs are gone. Like, his buffs will go just like that. Even if he has like a 12-turn buff, like Eiko can give, Eiko would probably be the only one you can get use out of. But, again, because he's taking so many turns, even 12 turns are gone just like that. And then you just have to keep setting up those buffs again for him to get the most out of him. Where you can have someone like Freya, for example, you know, a very good aura-based character that I've told you guys plenty of times. She's very much worth it. Freya, Zac, he has some good auras. Let's see, who else right now has some good auras that just came out? None that I could think of off the top of my head. Firion. There we go. Firion has some good auras. You know, characters like that who have really good auras really benefit Vayne more than characters that apply turn duration buffs. So those are kind of his only 2 downsides. But they're not really downsides, because, like I said, right now we're really not in a time where the characters that do apply buffs like that are really going to shine too well in Cosmos at the moment. And it's not rocket science. You can learn how to use Vayne very well, and even if you don't listen to anyone, even if you don't watch YouTube, and you're going in blind with Vayne, you'll learn fairly quickly. He's really not that hard to, you know, get the grasp on. Like, you'll make a few mistakes here and there, sometimes maybe, but 9 times out of 10 you'll have it just fine, because he's really not that hard of a character to run. So yeah, the importance of Vayne in the Cosmos era, he's probably one of the most important grabs you can get for this era. You build him up nice with some artifacts, he's gonna last you the entirety of Cosmos. The only time that he won't is when you're up against a boss that resists physical damage, because that's all of his skills. So unless we're up against the boss that resists physical damage, none that I can think of right now off the top of my head, Vayne's gonna be one of your go-tos. I can tell you that much right now. Even during the level 70, when those guys come out and the level 70 characters are dropping, Vayne, he's still gonna be kicking a lot of them to the curb. Like, that's just how good he is. Like, I firmly believe that Zac and Vayne are like the titans of this game, because not only does Zac get an EX plus, but you better be damned that when Vayne's Lost Chapters roll around on JP, he's getting an EX plus too, and he's doing more. He and Zac are literally one of the top characters of the game. So, take that as it may. He's a fantastic future investment. He's basically a level 70 that isn't a level 70 right now. Like, we're going to be getting plenty of level 70 characters that are going to be dropping in the future. And he's just going to be like, yo, what's up? I'm hanging here too. Like, you cannot go wrong with this man. If you can grab him, please do so. Please do so. Don't pass on this man. You will regret passing for this man. It would be justified if you drop for like Zach and you just don't have enough right now. That's justified. If you can't get him because you're low, or honest to God, you're saving for a favorite that's right around the corner, like Noctis. He should be coming out some point next month. Selfie will be returning sometime later that month, maybe early October. You know, characters are returning. We're getting new characters. If you're saving for a favorite and you just don't have enough right now for Vayne, that's fine. But I'm gonna be honest. He's still more important. not dishing. I'm not harping on anyone's favorites. It's just Vayne is just that good of a character, and I cannot express this to you guys in any other way, other than the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. If you can grab Vayne, get him. He will carry you through the entirety of Cosmos. He'll fall, much like Zach, he'll fall off a little bit when Chaos rolls around. But as soon as his Lost Chapter rolls back in, Vayne's top dog, standing alongside Zach in the top spot. He does, I will say this, he does get overshadowed by a bit by Lightning when her EX Plus rolls around, because I am not a Lightning fan. Personally, I dislike Lightning. And if you want an explanation as to that, you know, I'll tell you. But I'm not crazy about Lightning. And currently on Global, I think she's trash. And even when her rework comes, I still think she's trash. She's just not doing enough and she's taking too many turns. But on JP though, whew, God, I will say something nice. She's disgusting. So he gets overshadowed just a bit by her, because she's doing basically what he does, but a little bit better, because she's also applying Lightning and Peril and everything. So even if they resist Lightning, she's still doing damage and things like that. So, yeah. But, I mean, regardless, Vayne's going to be your man, and he's super important for the Cosmos era. I cannot express that enough. So, take that as you will, guys. I wish you the best of luck pulling for him. If you're like me and had to pity pull him, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just how it happens. But we're here, we're ready, we're willing to pity pull for someone as amazing as Vayne. That's the point. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Whenever we'll be doing the next important of whenever, I think Fran will actually be coming out before Rydia, I believe. So it'll probably be Fran and Ash. We'll do a combo video because those two are dropping together. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.